Welcome back to the channel, folks. I'm your host, Greg. Thank you for joining another video here on Factor of Games. Today, we're going to take a look at a new bullet hell roguelite. I know, it's kind of unique here on the channel. We only have looked at about 30 of these. This is Fight to the Death. It's from Avermedia Developer Studio, I believe it is, or Avermedia is the name, the developer. And they're also self-published, so they published the game on Steam. And this is one of the games like Vampire Survivors. So it's not a survivors game in name. It's similar in mechanics. It's called Fight to the Death. Let's take a look at the game. It came out May 25th, I believe it was, this year. And the game itself is $2.99, I believe, on Steam. So if you like these, you probably already know a lot of the games come in, fairly cheap, probably $10 or less. I think there's a few that have reached a little bit beyond that, but in general, it's, more about the games that people like to sit down and just kind of play. And, there's ideas and strategies around like what build you use or how you get your power-ups, what power-ups you take, how much damage you're doing, things like that. But in general, it's pretty enjoyable just to sit back and play over and over again. Not a lot of thinking involved once you kind of get the builds down and you just want to see how far you can get in the games. So with this game, you're basically taking the character class and kind of moving forward with that. So right now we've got Archer and Knight. There's Mage, Dwarf, Samurai, King, Farmer, Plague Doctor, Ninjas, Sparta, Beastmaster, and Rogue in this one. But we've got Archer or Knight unlocked. And, I'm going to go with Knight, I think. I haven't tried Knight. I tried Archer. So you have kind of your class that you work with. It gives you your little indicators of, hey, you're going to get more HP. You're going to get a little bit more armor to start off with, things like that. Then you've got your skill selection, which is over on the right-hand side here, which is kind of your bigger powers, right? So what is this one? Fire, bigger fire, green fire. No, that's an arrow. Things like that, right? We're going to pick the sword because we're going to go with the knight here. We'll try that. And let's see, what else can we look at here? We've got fight, we've got power-ups. So obviously, you kind of play around, you die, inevitably. You get more experience. You bring that experience back here. You use your power-ups to increase your, base battle damage that you start off with, like melee or range, depending upon your class. You have your progression, so you can kind of see where you're at, win a run, and difficulty. So in achievements within the game, right? We'll call that. We're going to go in and fight. We'll just go ahead and battle it out. You've got difficulty selections. We're going to start on 1, kind of give us a little bit of a break. Now, this is an arena, which kind of all of these are in an arena in the end, so it's not like that's kind of unique, but this looks like an arena, actually. So let's see if we can't get this started. It's not letting me select. That's not good. Right from the get-go. I don't know why. We're having to use the touchscreen, so I'm touching the device here. Probably could do a mouse. I do have a mouse connected, but not right now. So for some reason, the controller didn't want to work its way down or select play. That's okay, because if you're playing on the device, it doesn't really matter. Now, this is an automatic one right now, right? The way it's set up. I don't think there's an option for manual. It's automatically attacking, and it's a circular pattern. So obviously, I'm not having to kind of direct it at anything like that. So now we can go through our shop. Our next wave's coming up, so we get a chance to look at hey, here's the options you're going to have to upgrade your character through the next round. So since we went with slash, let's just keep on with that for maybe a few cycles here. I think we'll be pretty good. But see, right here, it's not allowing me to choose next wave or anything like that, because it thinks I'm using a controller. I'm not using a controller, but while we're in here, let's just take a look at what the controller settings are laid out as. It is set up as a gamepad, and this is the official one from them. So maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Now I can't back out, but I can't seem to There we go. Now it's working. I don't know. It was stuck there for a second. Let's try... I don't think we can take any more on, can we? No. So let's go ahead and go to next wave. I don't know what that was. It might be this weird controller. I wouldn't blame the game right now until we play a little bit further in. We'll see if it does that on the next round, if we can get to that part. But yeah, these new videos are going to be a little bit more just, hey, here's the straight game play. This is what it's looking like. Direct feed. It's playing on the actual device. I'm hoping my voice is coming in louder. I think it is. But it's going to be on the actual device, direct feed onto the capture card. And we'll take a look at games that way. Again, we've kind of seen it. Now I can control everything with the actual controller. So I don't know. Maybe that was just a controller thing. Regardless, on the device itself, you can see I could touch it with I could touch the screen and make it start. So if it's a little hang up or something like that, I think it's okay. Let's see, Dark Slash. Let's go with Darks. Oh, we don't have any more points, so let's keep moving forward to our next round. So you can see a little bit of a difference here. Instead of wiping out X amount of enemies, maybe 5 when you start out with, and you get enough experience and you move to get a upgrade at that point, you actually end the wave, and then the next wave starts once you've done your upgrade. So it's like, I beat X amount in here, I get the requirement, the wave ends, and then you get to pick your upgrade, and then you move to the next wave. You know, a nuance, but it's a little different. Let's see what else can we get here. So we can get any of these. Let's do this dog. Maybe he'll be our next companion here to... Yeah, so you got to back out. That's what it is. Once you select the dog or select your item, you got to hit B to kind of get back. You can kind of see it thinks I'm still using a mouse with the on-screen commands that it's saying, like, hey, click the left button on the mouse. So they may have a little bit of work there to do. I think what we should probably do is check and see the options. Maybe I have the wrong interface set up right now. Let's see if we can... Okay, there we go. Interface. Nope. Graphics. Just so everybody knows, it says we're playing 1080p, which we kind of are because it is the capture resolution. Now, obviously, that's better than the 1280 by 800 that you would get on the device. So that's a good thing. It'll play just fine. Let's see here. We'll go... back one. Okay, there we go. Looks like another menu has jumped in front of me. I don't know what that's about. And I'm back to being stuck, right? So here we've got to use the mouse to close this out. Or the touchscreen, not the mouse, but a touchscreen command. And that kind of screws up the game at that point. Okay, let's just continue on. There didn't look to be like any command that I could say, oh, we need to do this. So now my controller is not working again. So the last time we did this, it fixed it, where we went into like the Steam menu and we work our way back. It's not doing it this time. Let's see if we can't get this thing to run right here. Let's try to go to the next wave. Okay. Now we're back to controller. And again, it's automatically firing, so there's nothing I have to do there. And we do have like a, hey, get the hell out of the way button. A dodge, whatever you want to call it. I'm waiting to see where the dog comes into play. That was a big attack with the left bumper. There's the dog. The dog might be automatic. He may just kind of come in when he's ready. There we go. That wave's done. Now we can do a level up. So along with the skills or buying the shop items or upgrades, you can do a level up as well. So let's do a critical chance here. And then we still get to go in and do the shop, which we do have enough experience to buy something. We got 78. We could buy a couple, I think, this time. So let's see. Let's try upgrading this axe. And then can we get another upgrade? We've got 39. Let's do pirate gold coins, plus 15 investment. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, now it's not letting me back up again. So I think they need a little bit of work on their controller layout, because I'm trying to back out like I have been, and I'm kind of stuck. So, but again, you could just use the touchscreen if you're playing it on the device. It's not a major like game ending or game breaking part of it. You can just get right back in, and the controller works just fine when you're in the actual battle arena. Now we are seeing some different types of enemies. Not too many, but there's few different designs. We're seeing some throwers now, or range. We're seeing some green goblins. I don't think they were there. It was more like the skeleton army originally. Our dog was here. Yep, he's still there. He's doing his fireball spitting. Let's see. Yep, now our controller is working again on this screen. It seems like we run into like some backup issues. Like once we've unlocked something, we can't back out of it. I'm not going to take anything this time. We'll just go to next wave. So I was able to do that all with the controller. There's our dog. He's kind of keeping towards the center of the pack. Just kind of, they ignore him, and they all come after me. I wonder if we can get more dogs. That would be one thing. Now we've got some rodents with antlers. Maybe they're, what do they call those back in the day? I died. So they were able to catch me in this one. What were those things called? Where they were like a rabbit and a deer antlers on their head. Something kids used to chase at camp. Like they would take snipes. Snipes. That's what those were snipes. When you were at camp, if you ever went to camp, you would have like snipe hunts, which was obviously to hunt snipes. So, I mean, you can see the game is very much more of the same. If you like bullet hell, if you like these types of roguelite bullet hells, you can get into this one pretty cheap. But I think you're going to have to deal with a little bit of quirks here and there. Like we were seeing with the actual controller, there was a little bit of an issue here and there with it. But overall, it was nothing you couldn't overcome if you're playing on the Steam Deck device itself. On here, on a PC, if you were to play just on your PC rig, you could use mouse and keyboard, and you would probably have no issues either. But yeah, that's our quick look. I thought we'd take a look at it and just kind of see what the game looks like. I'm okay with it. I think, again, it would have been nice if there was a little bit more of a little bit more diversity, I think, between the arena. The arena looked very much the same the whole way through. There wasn't anything different about it. And I think that if there was some unique components for the arena, maybe that would have made more sense. Maybe it would be a little bit more interesting. The further you get in, though, that could be the case. There was, if we click play, there is a map selection here. Now, I don't know. I'm going to try using the screen again. If we change our difficulties, if we get any different. Nope, it's the same map, but remember, they could update that down the road. So there might be a way that you could see newer maps come into play. So that would be something I would look to, maybe their roadmap, if they're posting it on their Steam page. That might be helpful. But again, not that $3 isn't worth something to somebody, but $3 is a lot cheaper than most of these. The game itself has some potential. It's got some interesting characters. The archer plays a lot different than the knight, although everything's automatic, the weapons, but you do have like a little bit more range versus the knight. And then you kind of go through and unlock the other characters. You'll probably see some differences between them as well. So this is just a quick look at Fight to the Death. So if you like this game, the link's down below, goes right to the Steam page. Again, $2.99. You can check the game out. It does work on the Steam Deck. I'm not going to say it's verified, but it's playable, definitely. And you can sit there and utilize the screen if you get stuck on like one of those menus where I wasn't able to get through it on the controller itself. But my experience playing on the device, I didn't really notice that, but I could have been just touching the screen. And I kind of tend to do that when I'm playing games. And there's like just something simple that you can like click the play button or click the next wave and you just tap on that instead of navigating down if you're somewhere else on the screen. It's just a little bit quicker every once in a while. So appreciate everybody for watching. If you enjoyed these types of videos, definitely come back and check out more. You can click the subscribe button right now. If you're new to the channel, get notified. There's a daily vote that goes on here for the Weekly Factor, which is a live show on Saturdays. You click on the voting poll and you get 4 different options. Click the game you want to see for that day. Whatever game gets the most votes moves to Saturday. And then we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So there's 5 games on Saturday that I'll show on the Legion Go and on the Steam Deck Oled. And then I pick one game to kind of just show that either came out this week, the current week, maybe the next week coming up, or it came out previous week, something like that. So right around the same time frame, just to talk about newer indie games that are kind of coming to light, something that you may have not even seen yet on Steam because there's hundreds of games that launch every day. So it's tough to see everything. But if you've already been a fan of the channel, if you're already subscribed, please click that like button. Lets other people know that the video is worth having a watch, checking it out. Maybe it'll help get in front of somebody that is interested in playing this game and any of the other ones, right, on any of those videos. And also leave a like or leave a comment in the comment section about your favorite roguelite bullet hell. Again, there's a whole playlist for those. You can check them all out. I think there's about 30 in there now. This one will go in there and be the next one. 31, 32, whatever it is. But appreciate everybody for watching. Thank you for stopping in, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.